Hello and welcome back to another tutorial for CueTPOS. Today we're going to be visiting the KDS or OMS, as we call it, the Order Management System, and its functionality. Basically what this is going to help you do is manage orders and manage communication between bars and kitchens and servers. So let's get into this by starting a tab. So we're going to start a tab. And here we're going to order a couple of quesadillas. And let's do a beef teriyaki skewer. And we're going to make it dry. And we're going to add that to the tab. Now, as you can see, what that did was print out and add the order to the OMS screen simultaneously. So right now, the kitchen has that order printout, and we have a timer starting. Now, for color-based purposes, right now, the header at the OMS is a light green. Now, for all practical purposes, that stays light green for about 2 minutes. Now, from after 2 minutes, it's going to go to a dark green. And that's kind of that stage that says, hey, we know you're busy, but don't forget about us. So we're going to let it change to dark green and speed up the video just a hair. Okay, so now the header on the OMS ticket has turned to dark green, and you'll see that it's at -2 minutes from the order time. And I did want to point out that on the main sales screen, we can see the tab that has Jen W's name there. It has $22.81 on it. In the lower left-hand corner, there is a yellow box signifying that the order has been initiated, so to speak. And on the right-hand side, on the scroll bar, you'll see Jen W's name with the yellow box at the same time. Now, when I change on the OMS, I hit where it says -2, and I say, for all practical purposes, it's going to take us 1 minute. So I'm going to click the 1 minute mark, and you'll see that the header is now clear. It's a clear header. Now, back over on the sales screen, the two boxes that signify the status of the order are actually orange. Now, if I click this, I can see the status of the orders as a list, and I can see where it's at here as far as the orange box in the lower left-hand corner of the tab itself. Now, for the next part, we're going to kind of cover a little bit of messaging. So let's just say that this person has a shrimp allergy. Now, they didn't order shrimp, but they notice that there's shrimp on the menu. So now the server says, oh, wait, I got to come up and put a service note to this. So they can click anywhere here, and there's a service note ability, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the service note, and I'm going to type in shrimp allergy, right? And that's the order being printed out that says, hey, there's a shrimp allergy. So that should get that a little attention, but at the same time, you'll see that the shrimp allergy note just went up on the OMS, which is good. Now we know that there's a shrimp allergy. The cook knows how to kind of proceed accordingly. In other words, he's not going to cook the quesadillas on the same flat top that he just cooked maybe some grilled chicken or grilled shrimp salad. So he knows that he has to clean and go through the right protocol. The next thing that I wanted to do was to kind of deal with a little bit of the timing. Now, I'm going to also show you one of the things that we can do here is void a portion of this. So let's just say that this person that ordered 2 quesadillas really only wants 1. It was a mismatch. You can come up here and you can click void. And of course, it's the same as we do. We ask you whether you're returning it to stock or whether you're going to void it or spill it, right? So in this case, we're going to void it because it's already probably been fired, and send that off. Now, what happens is you'll see that on the OMS, there's been a red entry the quesadilla was entered to red. And over on the right hand side, we now have a red box that signifies that order. If I click on this box, it brings up some of the information, actually all of the information that you see on the left hand side. To get out of this, I just click anywhere in this header. Okay, so now that's kind of been received, but let's just say that you want to acknowledge this so that the server still doesn't have to run in the back and check to see that the shrimp allergy was taken care of. Okay, so you come here and the cook can literally say, got it, right? He's going to say, got it. And he's going to send. Now, over on the tab side, you'll see that the message icon has a green background now. So that'll let the server know that there's a message. And she can see, oh, got it. And now we know that the whole shrimp allergy has been dealt with. We know that they know, and they know that we know, if that follows. But during this time, the next stage of our colors came up. Now, if we go back to the main screen on the sales screen, we don't see anything here, but this red border, this red header on this tab over in the OMS says, hey, you probably should be done cooking. So now the server or the cook comes up and he puts a 00 in because it is done cooking. And it turns that header a mustard yellow. And if you look out onto the sales screen, both seem to have the green. And you can see that the statuses are updated, letting the server know that it's now time to come pick up the quesadilla and the beef teriyaki skewer. So now the server comes and picks it up, and the cook can bump it off, hitting the red X. And you can see now the front, that ticket has been taken away. Now, one thing that we can kind of do is we can reopen that ticket, so to speak, right? So now let's just say that the quesadilla was made wrong. Okay, the server can come here and say recall. And when she sends this ticket off, you'll see there's no order on the OMS screen, but there's a printout. Now this cook comes up and says, I get it, that needs to be recalled. So now he comes over to the recall button and he takes the ticket and he reopens it, right? He can set the cook time again to be, say, 1 minute. And if we come back here and look, sure enough, we see that it's being refired because we have the orange block on both the scroll bar status and at the tab status. And when it's done, it's the same thing. Back to 00, we see the green box out front. And then when it gets picked up, he can remove it from the screen again, just like that. Now, the various colors really kind of tell the communication back and forth without the messaging, but the messaging adds an extra layer of communication. And that can be at an OMS, it can be to a bar printer, whatever order printer is set up with the various stations. It's just that on an OMS, you get the added benefit of seeing the messages printed out as well as having the messages printed out on the printer. And, obviously at the same time, you get the color coding and the visual representation of the tabs to help you organize it and help the workers more efficiently serve your customers. And for the most part, that's it. For what you see, we've covered sending orders, timer settings, colors, the voids where we have on screen and printing. And for the order status, we have the 3 locations, the OMS header, the tab left-hand corner, lower left, and the scroll bar. And as far as the messaging, that is something where you can both send and receive from both stations, and you have display only on the server side. But on the OMS or the bar, wherever there's an order printer, you get the printing, but with the OMS, you get also the visual representation that there's an order, or I mean a message that's in place. And for the most part, that's it. If you come back, or if you have more videos that you want to watch, they'll be listed in the links below. But thank you for showing up and checking out the OMS order management system. Have a great day.